Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home. In today's video, I cannot wait to share with you some Dollar Tree home decor DIYs. I want to share with you guys how you can take some of your summer decor and add a little bit of paint and turn them into some fall decor items. This is going to be episode 3 of my I Love Fall series. Just a quick recap. On episode 1, I shared with you guys a Dollar Tree haul and just some fun and easy things you can grab from the Dollar Tree right now that they're putting out with just some little signs and some florals and some of that fun stuff. In episode 2, I shared with you guys a Hobby Lobby shop with me where I took you guys shopping all around Hobby Lobby in their fall decor section, just sharing with you guys some ideas and some trends on how you guys can decorate your home for fall or do some DIY. So you guys know I'm going to dupe some of those things and just share with you guys how to make your homes boutique gorgeous on a budget. I have so many projects planned for you. I'm so excited for this season. I'm glad to get started early because I always run out of time. Raise your hand if you're with me and you have a million craft projects and you don't always finish them all. So without further ado, you guys grab some paint, some creativity, a paintbrush, and let's get to crafting. So for the first DIY, I just want to slice up some apples, a lemon, and then I'm going to start a simmering pot on my stove. I really feel like this sets the mood to change the air for a fresh new season of crafting in my home. I did get the email in my inbox today to register for the kids for school online, so it's kind of really beginning to hit home. I also love to add some pumpkin spice, some cinnamon, some nutmeg, and some cloves to my simmering pot. That just really gets the air changed and going and really puts me in the mood for some fall crafting. Again, you guys, I know it's early and I'm truly still enjoying summer. We're going to the pool, to the beach, all that kind of fun stuff, but it's never too early if you're a crazy crafter like me to get a jump start on it. So when I shared with you guys that shop with me at Hobby Lobby, here is going to be the first DIY we're going to do, that really neat little pumpkin sign. So I wanted to repurpose this seashell placemat that I found at Dollar Tree, and I had this little pumpkin shape left over from last season. I also found this at Dollar Tree last year and I never used this little sign. It was so cute. I just never got around to doing anything with it. And I also wanted to repurpose this little seashell, so I'm just tracing it with a highlighter and then I'm going to cut out the pumpkin part. Now you all could also just go to the internet and find a pumpkin image and print that out. But again, I was really trying to reuse some of the things that I already had, and for some reason I just had this crazy idea that this seashell upside down would make the perfect pumpkin, and I'll share with you guys how this is all going to work. I know you probably think I'm crazy, but I went ahead and cut the little stem out of the top of this, and this is just one of those fall placemats from Dollar Tree in their little party section. I went ahead and created 3 of these because I wanted to do a pumpkin topiary, and for that last one I just trimmed off a little bit of the excess because I did want to make it a little bit smaller. So I'm putting it on top of a piece of Dollar Tree poster board. This was a sign that I'm repurposing and reusing, and then I just used some brown spray paint. It's actually called a hammered spray paint. My mom left it during her move, and so I just went ahead and decided to go with this. And then once I had the spray paint finished, I went ahead and pulled up my little pumpkin images. Now the reason I thought this would be great is because I wanted to take some white paint and go ahead and create white pumpkins, and so I wanted to have kind of a little bit of a guide with these stripes to be able to add in that detail that you see on like a painted pumpkin. So what I'm doing is I'm taking some white with a little bit of brown paint mixed in. You guys can grab whatever craft paint you love if you already have some on hand, or you can get some really nice craft paint at Walmart. I think it's like 37 cents for the little apple barrel craft paint, but I'm just going in with some white and I'm kind of creating a larger outline on the outside of my pumpkin, and then where those lines are, I'm adding brown into where those lines are to kind of give my pumpkin some dimension. And so I'm just going ahead and I'm continuing to trace on the outside of the pumpkin with white. And you can see that I'm not really washing my brush because I really want these colors to just kind of meld together. Now that's how I paint. As you can see, I dropped that bit of white paint up there earlier. I'm kind of a messy painter, but I like to just continue to blend. Now on top of that bit of brown, I'm adding in some orange. It's a little bit kind of a goldish, coppery orange. Again, you guys get creative. Choose some colors that you love and just go for it. Now the paints I am using are from Arteza paints. It's a crafting store that I had a company that sent me these, so I'm just using what I have, but I'm going ahead and I'm continuing on making the shape of this pumpkin, mixing in a little bit of white and brown and just using my brush to continue to blend. I also bought these brushes for my daughter. She's actually a really amazing painter. I bought this set at Walmart. I believe it was $9.97 for a really nice pack full. And so now I'm going up to the second tier of this pumpkin. I'm just doing kind of the same process. I'm going around the pumpkin with white and then just adding in some orangish brown stripes as I move along. And once I reach the top of my pumpkin topiary, I'm doing the same process. I'm outlining it with the white and then just going in with some of the brown and oranges mixed together. When you paint, try to let go of perfection. I think that's really the fun and the beauty of it. And I guess it mixes in with my shabby chic decor too, because I just try to let go of perfection and enjoy the process. It doesn't have to be perfect, especially for fall crafts. Fall is just more of a rustic time of year, so I think you can get away with a little bit more imperfection. Now I did switch to a smaller tip brush and I'm adding in some leaves to my pumpkin. Again, I'm really just getting creative and kind of freehanding these. You guys could definitely use a leaf template. You could print one offline and just use some of those. And then I'm adding in a little bit of brown and white highlight to these as well. When I was younger, my mom made it a very big priority for me to take private art lessons. And so I guess I kind of have a little bit of a base of kind of how to go things. I've never been able to draw faces though. I always admire people that can do that. And to be honest with you, I don't consider myself at all by any means to be a great painter, but I do have fun with painting. So I think that's really just the beauty really of any art, that you just kind of go for it. And so I did also want to add in some flowers, kind of like that one that I shared with you guys from Hobby Lobby. That was in episode 2 of my I Love Fall series. I love the Hobby Lobby shop with me. They had this beautiful pumpkin with some little sunflowers in and around the pumpkin. I was so nervous to add these flowers, but I just went ahead and again just kind of freehanded it, hoping for the best and continuing to add layer upon layer with just browns, whites, yellows, and then I even went in with a little bit of coral and pinks and added some of those in because this is going to be in my home where I have a lot of shabby chic decor, and why not? The one from Hobby Lobby had some really pretty different colors of flowers as well, so it gave me some bravery to go ahead and go for it. Again, this is definitely not perfect and I'm just doing my best, so you guys definitely have fun with this if you attempt this one, and just continue to add layers and layers and layers. Take a step back and then just continue to go for it. So on the outside of my petals of my flower, I tried to add more of the whitish colors and then add like a little bit of a brown center to make it look more sunflowerish or fall flower. So now I'm just adding some finishing touches, going back in with a little bit of white and some golds to kind of highlight the little florals on here. I also like to take a bit of green and white and kind of add some curly cues, like this was really a pumpkin out in the fall harvest, stacked on top of each other.
super fun. I'm really pleased with how this came out. My daughter is so precious. She came in and had so many wonderful things to say about this. And I also even took kind of around the painting, if you guys can see, and added in a little bit of some different colors as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and add it to this old thrift store frame to finish off the look. I dropped it somewhere along the way, and so it does have a crack in it I'll have to repair, but I think it just looks perfect. I'm really happy with this. I'm super excited to go ahead and add this into my collection of fall goodies. I think I can really set it out anywhere. And honestly, it did have a hue and a bit of some pinks to it with some whites. So why not? Why not go ahead and be a little bit seasonably inappropriate, get crazy, and have fun painting for the day. I actually did take most of the day to work on this project, but it was so absolutely fun. I'm telling you guys. So for the next DIY, I'm taking this So Fresh and Clean lemon sign. I never ended up using this sign. I took it outside and I went ahead and sprayed it again with that spray paint that I had on hand. It was kind of a hammered brownish gold. And once I had let that dry, I brought it inside, and then I'm using some more brown paint. I'm just using a peanut butter lid to put my paint in. And then I also pulled up online just the picture of an acorn because I want to transform this lemon sign into a large, oversized, very chic and cool acorn. So the top of an acorn, the ones that I found online that looked as similar to my shape, obviously this is a lemon, but we're going to hopefully turn it into an acorn, had kind of like a little top that was a little bit lighter color. So I went with that. And so I'm just adding in a little bit of white mixed with brown to the top of this to kind of give it that acorn topper. I think this would be awesome too to add in some glitter, and I can't wait to get a hold of some kind of fall muted glitter colors to add into this project. Trust me, it's going to happen, you guys. So now I'm just using some green, and I'm adding in a little green leaf to the top. I saw one of these online with a green leaf. Now you could skip this step, but because there was already kind of this leaf shape, I really wanted it to make sense. And now even looking at it as I'm DIYing it, I realize this could also be made into a Christmas ornament. So if you guys are doing Christmas DIYs and you have some lemon decor that you want to turn into Christmas DIYs, you could definitely go that route as well. So I'm just continuing to add in a little bit of a green, even mixing in some browns into this to kind of give it that muted fall shade look that I'm going for. And then I did want to give it some dimension to and around the top, so I'm going in with a little bit of a darker brown and some lighter whites just to kind of give it a little bit of texture up at the top. Then I decided that it was a little bit too stark at the bottom, so I wanted to mix in some of the top color into the brown. And you can see that I kind of started changing my mind and also got some green there at the base. So I wiped a little bit of that off, and then I just went in and I add a little bit of water to my brush to kind of dilute it so it was a little bit of a different color. And then I went around the rim of it with a darker color of that same kind of brownish color, and it almost looks to me to have a little bit of a pink undertone, which of course I completely love. I'm going to take a look at those colors and list them in the description box for you all if you wanted to use some of these same Arteza colors, but they came in an acrylic box set. So it was, I believe it's like 12 colors altogether. It wasn't a bad deal either if you're into a nicer acrylic, but usually I just go for the Walmart brand, so you guys just use whatever suits your fancy. So you can continue to add some detail to this with a little bit of kind of some whitish brown mixed in, which is what I did for the leaves and also the base of my acorn. And then to give it a little bit more dimension at the top, I went in with that darker kind of more brownish gold tone, which I'm absolutely loving. And to be honest, I think it kind of came out pretty cute. I think it looks like an acorn enough. I think it'll pass. I think when it's mixed in with some pumpkins, who would ever know that this used to be a lemon? I do love my lemon decor. Still totally have it out in my kitchen as well. crushing on lemons will be for a while, but this is a fun one, and since I already had it in my craft stash, might as well use it and repurpose it. That's one of the biggest things I love to share with you guys, is how you can repurpose things from season to season. I think it came out beautiful, mixed in with this really, really, really cute pumpkin decor.
So as always, thank you so much for joining me on this Dollar Tree decorating DIY adventure. I have so many ideas planned for you guys. I'm so excited. I love you guys so much. If you're new, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of my YouTube family, especially if you love to craft and decorate like me. This I Love Fall series is going to be so fabulous this year. I'm so excited for it. I love to decorate for fall. I love to shop for fall. I love just everything about it. So anyway, and I don't know if you guys know this, but my middle name is actually Autumn. I was born in the fall time. My middle name is Autumn, and I got married in October as well. So kind of a little bit of a special place in my heart for fall. So I love you guys. Thank you again, and we will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.